what does it bring to mind? Oh yeah, thank you. Storytelling for social good. What kind of expectations does it create in your mind? What do you expect to hear, ma'am? What do you want to hear? Anybody? Yeah? Something that will motivate people to do good work? Yeah, primarily, I want to motivate people to tell good stories, to tell stories. Yeah, to go back to storytelling. Yeah, we all have lunch on our mind. Okay. All right. So we've been talking about social media platforms, yeah? We've been talking about Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and even WhatsApp. WhatsApp is a very popular social media platform. We exchange a lot of information on it. What I want to focus on is what is the message we put out there? What do we want to talk about? What is it that we are attracted to when we go to these social media platforms? What are we looking for? What is it that you tend to share the most? What is it that you, when you go on Twitter or WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram, what is it that you like the most? We're all spending a lot of our times these days, our necks, looking down like this, constantly scrolling our timelines. And sometimes I stop and say, kya dhoond rahi ho? Because you're just going like that and you've got this expression on your face, you're not really enjoying yourself. But we can't stop doing it. What is it that makes us stop? Yeah, just share with me, what is it that makes you want to then, sometimes we pause and we share it, yeah, or we download it, or we send it to somebody by email, or we put it on our mother's wall, or, social causes. Yeah, that's one. Social causes make you stop. Contextual productive engagement. So give me an example.
Basically, I have different phases of my life, career-wise and personal-wise, and I may be supporting different causes in both of them, or similar causes in both of them. So something can be relevant or contextual in my career life that might not be as much contextual in my personal life. So like for both of them, I might just share something from one account and share something from another account. So
that's right. A lot of us do that.
Yeah.
A lot of us have different personas and different interests that we have divided amongst our social media. Yes.
So I think for me, what is very critical is that whatever I'm posting somewhere reflects my value system. So for example, if it's a cause that appeals to me, but essentially talks about me, when you talk about social media and you talk about personal accounts, this is what one tends to post. Something that reflects their core value also, and something that they would end up supporting.
So one of the first answers here was social causes, and another way of saying the same thing is something that has the same core values as what you believe in. So those are the kind of stories that make us stop. Yeah?
The moment of pride.
Moment of?
Moment of pride in my life.
You share your moments of pride.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
yes.
the next thing will be the support causes.
Ask to support causes. So you use your social media for two things: to share your own moments of pride and to support causes that, that's a very big change social media has brought into the lives of common people, is that you don't have to go out on the streets and be an activist, which you may never have been inclined to. But when you believe in a cause, there's a lot you can do on social media. We can add to the buzz, we can we can amplify messages, and we do that, and it makes us feel good. So this slide is not sitting here. How do we need to connect this? Okay, yeah. So yeah, I was hoping that everybody was reading this while we were chatting anyway. So to simplify it, a story. Okay. A story usually has a beginning, a middle, and an end. The beginning is often a problem that needs a solution, a need that must be met. The middle is how we went from the problem to the solution. Every organization needs to know its own story. Every person needs to know his or her own story. And we seek that, which is why we get connected to stories that we read, which in some way reflect our story. A lot of times you're drawn to something and you're not quite sure why it has touched you so much. And if you think about it, it's often because it's telling a part of a story that is your own. So every organization, every person must know their own story. And sometimes that story is evolving. It's changing, especially when you're a person. It's changing. You're a college girl, and then you're a career person, and then you change your industry, and then you become a parent. And your story is constantly evolving, and then you are each one of those. You want to remind some people that you're still that college girl as well, while you're all the other roles also. So where do we come from? How did we come into existence? Why do we exist? This is easier when we look at, when we juxtapose these questions with an organization, because it has a much more, there's a reason why they are created. And yet when you have gone beyond a certain age, you can begin to tell your own story in the same kind of terms as well. So the beginning of the story, the problem. Do we always have a problem? Do organizations always get created because there was a problem? You're saying no. Yeah? So, yeah, true. So sometimes there is a historical problem. There's something that is wrong for a very long period of time, and it needs to be fixed. So crime, the traffic in Gurgaon. A lot of these things that have just always been there, and you need a new way to find a solution. Organizations step in, people step in with ideas and create something that will create a story there. Sometimes it's a social or a cultural problem, education of the girl child, gender relations in society. Sometimes we don't know the problem. It's not apparent to the person who is in the story. Sometimes it's very apparent because it's a disaster. There's been a typhoon, there's been a flood in Chennai, there's an earthquake, you're in trouble, you need help, you go on Twitter, you ask for it. Sometimes it's just a mindset or just apathy. So all of you who are here representing your organizations, think about what is the beginning of the story of your work. Where did it start? You were saying it's not necessary to have a problem. It's true. Not everything comes from a problem, and not everything feels like a problem. Sometimes it's just a need, or sometimes it's just a whim. So what work do you do? What would you like to share with us? Yeah.
I'm a dancer, and I'm training under Padma Vibhushan Sonal Mansingh ji. And what was your question again, Kenji, please?
Yeah, so my question was, think about what is the beginning of the story of your work. So you're defining your work as, I'm a dancer, and yourself as, I'm a dancer.
Yes.
So if you look at your story, where did it begin?
When I was 5 years old. So.
And what about the point when you decided as an adult to choose the identity of a dancer? Because not everybody who started training at 5
Yeah, because I've tried different fields, obviously education, academia, as being one. And I just found out that it did not give me that immense pleasure that I used to have when I used to dance. So when I had a gap of almost 2 years in between my career, that's when I realized, okay, this is what I want to do. After I have explored many other fields, not just one. So yes, that was the problem, yes.
Yeah.
So if you dignify only one field as career, then definitely there always has been a problem which prompts you to go forward with solutions.
Yeah, so I can see your story.
Yeah.
And it's a story worth telling
Oh,
because
thank
it's a
you.
story that is worth listening to for a lot of people who may be having a very strong talent and yet not having social or cultural permission
Ji,
to
yes.
define themselves by that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
एंड या जो आपने बोला कि इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी टू हैव अ प्रॉब्लम पहले और फिर उसके बाद करें. सो आई एम म्यूजिशियन बाय प्रोफेशन एंड आई चोज म्यूजिक नॉट टू बी अ डिसिप्लिन मेरी लाइफ में. I chose music as a medium to teach life skills or spoken English or history in government schools or NGOs जहाँ पे मैं काम कर रहा हूँ अभी. So and then later I found out that yes, it's a problem because so 7 years back when I go and जब मैं देखता हूँ कि ओ लोग बोल रहे हैं कि म्यूजिक अच्छा करियर नहीं है and I'm like ठीक है but म्यूजिक को एक मीडियम लेके चलना है and this is that was something I wanted to do. I didn't see that as a problem in the society, and I guess, yeah, yes, you were.
What you didn't see as a problem was the social attitudes that you would have to face. But when you decided कि आप म्यूज़िक को यूज़ करेंगे, अपने म्यूज़िक के हुनर को यूज़ करेंगे बच्चों को सिखाने के लिए, you did identify the problem कि एजुकेशन में कुछ गैप है.
हाँ, क्योंकि मैं खुद उस एजुकेशन सिस्टम से आया था.
हाँ, जिसको मैं फिल करना चाहता हूँ. सो इन अ वे यू नो दैट्स एन एंटरप्रेन्योरियल माइंड थिंकिंग. क्योंकि जो सोल्यूशन आपने सोचा वो ये नहीं था कि मैं एक बहुत अच्छा टीचर बनूंगा या मैं टीचर्स को ट्रेनिंग दूंगा. वो आपने बिल्कुल ही एक ओरिजिनल सोल्यूशन लेकर आए कि मैं म्यूज़िक के ज़रिए से उनको सब्जेक्ट्स पढ़ाऊंगा. एंड देयर इन लाइज योर स्टोरी. सो द बिगिनिंग इज़ योर टैलेंट, your sense of frustration with your own education, your desire to do something for the education of children who can get help, and then the journey कि कैसे आप उसको solve करते गए. And of course, on the way we discovered that there are many other problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. A situation. Yeah. Yeah. So there's a situation that needs some intervention. Yeah? Okay. Okay. So let's agree to call that. It needs some kind of intervention. And the journey that we make to reach a point where we feel that something has happened.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want
I'd
to
like
share?
to share my story. I'm a dentist by profession, and I'm working for the government of India. So there we get a lot of patients who are not able to treat their dental problems. So it is basically free of cost, but I thought, what about the rural people where there is no dentist? Like, there are very few dentists. Most of us are actually moving towards urbanization. So I started a campaign. It was actually one-man army at that time, but now I'm lucky to have a team of volunteers, which involves dentists and non-dentists. So we have traveled to around 21 villages of our country, and we have been giving them free dental awareness and dental treatment, because we have managed to have a crowdfunding, and we have managed some mobile dental instruments which gives them free dental treatment, which is also a very major problem of the healthcare system. And this has put insight to the government of India. They are also joining hands with us and helping a little way so that we can, make it a more success. So,
Thank you. That's a fantastic story.
Yeah,
and I'm so glad you shared it right now.
Yes.
Because it's a story that needs to go out of this auditorium as well.
Yeah, and I would like to thank the social media so much, because it's just my Facebook account which I had. I am very new to Twitter. Since being a medical profession, I'm not much into it. But the Facebook definitely helped me a lot. And the Logical Indian, they made the activity, the campaign so famous that I'm getting calls of, say, 15 dentists every day who wants to join the campaign and want to do a voluntary work for the society. So I'm really obliged to the social media. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so that's exactly what this whole session is about, storytelling for social good. We've all got a story, we've all got something in our mind that we want to contribute to, and social media is something that has begun to enable all this. Yes, sir.
I may not be able to speak continuously in English, maybe Hindi
आप
में.
हिंदी में बताएं, हम सब समझते हैं यहाँ.
Last year in about September, when I have finished up with my social duties, I thought of stepping into voluntary field. I attended some session like this. There they made a WhatsApp group of about 70 NGOs were there. वहाँ मेरे को एक स्पेशल अपॉर्चुनिटी दिखाई दी. People are not aware of the opportunities available for NGOs. किसी को पता चलता है लास्ट डे, आज एप्लीकेशन की लास्ट डे है, वो मिनिस्ट्री ग्रांट दे रही है. किसी को पता बाद में चलता है कि वो एक स्कीम थी, वो खत्म हो गई.
बहुत सारी स्कीम्स हैं और लोगों
को पता नहीं है.
पता ही that's right.
Even otherwise, I used to go through Hindustan Times, Times of India, and Economic Times daily, at my own cost, at my residence, for my own reasons. बहुत से लोग सारे अखबार पढ़ते हैं, कई स्टोरीज.
अब बताइए कि आपने फिर क्या किया?
Then on उस WhatsApp group पे I started posting. I was included there. What I started was, आज के पेपर में जितनी अपॉर्चुनिटीज आई हैं NGOs के लिए, उनकी ऐड की फोटोशूट ली, और जो सक्सेस स्टोरीज हैं, जैसे आज के पेपर में हिंदुस्तान टाइम्स में एक इजरायली वुमेन की स्टोरी है, उनको 10 लिमिट है 10 की. तो आई यूज टू पोस्ट एटलीस्ट 10 व्हाट्सएप टू ऑल द ग्रुप्स अबाउट. अभी मेरे पास करीब 100+ NGOs हैं जिनको मेरी पोस्ट जाती है. आफ्टर अबाउट 3 months मैंने एक पोस्ट डाली कि मैं जानना चाहता हूं कि मेरे इसका काम का कोई फ़ायदा भी है. मैं तो दिल्ली में बैठा हूं.
And I can tell you, आप ओवरवेल्म हो गए होंगे जब जवाब आए.
झारखंड से, छत्तीसगढ़ से जवाब आया कि साहब इसको बंद मत करिएगा, हमें न्यूज़ चीज़ें मिलती है.
एब्सोल्युटली, बिल्कुल. सोशल मीडिया की यही बात है कि जब हम डालते हैं तो हमें कोई अनुमान नहीं है, हमें कोई आइडिया नहीं है कि ये कहाँ कहाँ किसके पास पहुँचेगी और कौन इसको किस तरह से अपने लिए इस्तेमाल कर लेगा. क्योंकि हम लोग सब अपने घर की प्राइवेसी में, ज़्यादातर अपने फ़ोन के साथ, अपनी प्राइवेसी में, अपने कंप्यूटर के साथ सोशल मीडिया से इंगेज कर रहे होते हैं, और हम बहुत कुछ कर लेते हैं उस पर क्योंकि हम अकेले हैं और क्योंकि हम पब्लिक स्पेस में नहीं हैं, जिससे हमें अदरवाइज झिझक होती. थैंक यू. तो कोर स्टोरी, या सो अ कोर स्टोरी इज़ द रीज़न is the reason for the organization to be and the reason for the person to be. And the most important thing is told in human terms, not told in terms of data, not told in terms of statistics कि इतने सारे ये इसका स्केल था जब शुरू हुआ और इस तरह की चीज़ों से के इंटरवेंशन से किया. told in terms of people stories. मैंने ये किया, सो एंड सो ने जैसे अपने इजरायली का एग्जाम्पल लिया. सो a one person story that tells the story of a larger community, society, country, and sometimes all of us. So let's take a look at some organizations. यहाँ पे कुछ लोग होंगे भी My Choice Foundation के. How do they define their core story? My Choices Foundation aims to give women and girls the choice to live lives free from violence, abuse, and exploitation. So what part of the story do you get from here? What part of the story do you not get? In one line हमें पता है कि किनके साथ काम करते हैं, इनका टारगेट क्या है, ये क्या काम करते हैं. If there is a question left over, it is ये कैसे करते हैं. And then you know कि मैं click karunga onto the next page, and I will begin to see smaller stories that give me the answer to this big question. Anybody here from Angan? Okay, maybe because Angan is in Bombay, but I know that they're nominated today. Angan works to strengthen India's child protection system so that even the most vulnerable child can have a safe childhood. Did you get the difference between the core story of the previous organization and this one? One big difference is who they work with. Should I show you the previous slide? Aims to give women and girls the choice to live lives free from violence. Strengthens India's child protection system. They work for children, but they probably do a lot of work with the establishment, with the government, with policymakers. So their target is not directly always the victim, but also people, the system that can help the victims, so that the most vulnerable child can have a safe childhood. Rang De. Invest in dreams, in faith, in fire. A lot more poetic than the previous two. Experience social investing with Rang De. So in 2 lines, the core story of what they do. What question remains in your mind when you read this core story? Share the questions that come to your mind about their work, if any. Experience social investing with Rang De. जब किसी लाइन में क्लैरिटी नहीं होती तो हम क्लूज ढूंढते हैं कि इस पेज पर और क्या है. And there are photographs. So we say, okay, somehow they work with rural children because that we can identify. And then they say, so many loans disbursed, so many social investors joined. We are a not-for-profit organization committed to fighting poverty by providing access to affordable microloans to underserved communities. And here is a core story that immediately creates a window for the reader to do something about it. This is a story that is aimed directly at the reader. You need to do something to make this happen, unlike the previous two. Why sharing stories is important. When I was asking in the beginning what are the kind of stories that you share, that you stop at, nobody said politics. Is it because we don't do it, or is it because we don't care for it even when we do it? I know we do. Our social media feeds are full of politics. But somehow no one said that. Because while we are even doing it, we're also tired of it. Yeah? We're all, we may be pro-JNU, anti-JNU, but we are sick of our Facebook and Twitter, full of the same story, consistently all the time. Stories is how we process facts. So when we are bombarded with a lot of information and opinion, what remains with us is people and stories. If I have to look back to what do I remember from Kanhaiya Kumar's speech when he came out of jail, I'll remember the bit about 2 bowls. 2 katori mili thi, ek blue thi, ek red thi. Or I'll remember his conversation with the policeman, क्योंकि उसने मुझे कहानी सुनाई. In that part. In many other parts, उसने अपनी politics बताई, उसने opinion express किया, but what remained with me was the storytelling. Stories are a slice of everyday life. They connect people. Stories focus attention on people, on the impact of people, and on the impact on people. And that's why we connect to them, because that's where we can be a part of them. So this slide says, let us share some core stories, but we've already done a lot of those. Would somebody else like to share some stories? Yeah.
I have set up a center in Delhi for treating breast cancer patients only, but without surgery. The only center in India at the moment. So we treat without surgery. It's a unique center and the only one.
Tell us the USP of the center. What do you do when you don't do surgery?
It is with the use of ultrasound only, we ablate the tumor, which is
Okay.
cancerous.
Okay.
There will be no cancer cell left after treating with the equipment. The equipment is too expensive, but we are dependent on some NGOs who can provide the patient to us. And we can treat some patient free.
That was the question I was going to ask you. How do people know about your center?
That is the problem at the moment.
That is the problem at the moment.
So
You
that's why
need-
I'm here to look for the NGOs who can support it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
The
thank you
safest
for sharing.
technology without radiation.
Anyone else? Yes.
Hello, I'm here. I'm this side.
मेरा नाम प्रवीण है और मैं साउथ वेस्ट दिल्ली तरंग कला केंद्र का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जहाँ से आता हूँ एंड वी आर वर्किंग फॉर द माइग्रेंट किड्स लाइक द पीपल हु हैव माइग्रेटेड फ्रॉम द डिफरेंट स्टेट्स एंड दे आर वर्किंग इन गारमेंट फैक्ट्रीज एंड जब हमने शुरू किया बच्चों के साथ काम करना तो बस एक प्लेटफॉर्म बनाना था जहाँ पर लोग आकर एक दूसरे के साथ स्टोरीज शेयर कर सकें और कुछ नहीं we had no idea कि what we are going to do and then we started doing theater and all and theater में जब हमने stories शुरू की तो बच्चों ने अपने पेरेंट्स को घर जाकर पूछा उनसे कहानियाँ पूछी कि अगर आप माइग्रेंट हुए थे तो क्या रीजंस थे and they started feeling the pain of that migration and then parents were really happy कि अच्छा आज मेरे बच्चे ने आके मुझसे पूछा कि आखिर क्या रीज़न रहा था कि वो माइग्रेंट हुए थे and then they started thinking more about the other things also and they got the different perspective of the word and फिर एक कम्युनिटी रेडियो की हेल्प से हमने कुछ प्रोग्राम्स भी बनाए जो वर्कर राइट्स के लिए थे एंड पेरेंट्स वर रियली हैप्पी बिकॉज दे गॉट टू नो व्हाट आर द राइट्स एंड वो उनके बच्चों के द्वारा जो प्रोग्राम्स बनाए गए उनसे पता चला तो स्टोरी टेलिंग हैज़ बीन वन ऑफ द स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट मीडियम फॉर अस और वी आर रियली हैप्पी कि अभी वो लोग और चीज़ें समझने की कोशिश करते हैं
थैंक यू सो मच। आपने वही जो बात कही उसमें ये बात बहुत उभर कर आई कि जब बच्चों को कहानी ढूंढनी पड़ी अपनी तब उन्होंने फाइंड करना शुरू किया कि मैं कहाँ से आया हूँ, मैं क्यों आया हूँ, मैं यहाँ क्यों हूँ। ये सवाल उनके जहन में उठा ही नहीं था जब तक उनसे उनकी कहानी पूछी नहीं गई और जब ये बतानी पड़ी तो उसने और इमीडिएटली इट क्रिएटेड कनेक्शंस बिटवीन पेरेंट्स एंड चिल्ड्रन जो एक एक छत पर रहते थे, छत के नीचे रहते थे, लेकिन जब तक ये सवाल नहीं उठा था दैट कनेक्शन हैड नॉट बीन क्रिएटेड। So yeah, that's what storytelling does. It creates connections between people. We do that in trains all the time. आप कहाँ से हैं? मैं कहाँ यहाँ से हूँ. ओ हमारे मामा वहाँ posted थे. You know, and then we start finding what is it that will somehow connect me to this person because it is an innate need that all of us have. Storytelling is always evolving. It started with cave paintings, wall murals, yeah, when there was no written word. We have all those caves with rock paintings. Then oral storytelling, writing on stone. We've got from prehistoric times the seals. Some of them have been deciphered. Some languages are still not deciphered. Then came photography and cinema, newspapers, radio, television, media. So books. And finally, we're all in the age of the internet, which has brought social media, and it has brought internet and social media right into the palm of our hand. So storytelling has evolved in our own lifetime as fast as this. Yeah, when I was a child, there was one channel on TV. There was 2 channels on radio. And there were only 2 or 3 newspapers that we had heard of. And now, all those apps on my phone that bring every newspaper to my phone. the internet, social media. I mean, there's just so many sources in which not only is information coming to me, but information is going from me. I'm also a part of that ecosystem now. And now all these tools are accessible to us. This really is what this whole session, this whole organization is about, digital empowerment. This is something that Sunny also touched upon, the power of visuals. Yeah, just like the power of conversations, the power of storytelling rather than data or facts, the power of the visual. We will forget what we hear or read, but the photo will remain in our mind. And a lot of times you search for a story because that photo is still stuck in your head. Yeah? Profile pictures do that. Why are we so invested in our profile pictures? Because they tell our story. The cover photo of our Twitter and Facebook, or the profile photo on our WhatsApp. We are always telling a story every time we change that photo. Every time we search through our WhatsApp to see what everybody's photo is like. So images, posters, graphics, GIFs. Our smartphones now enable all of us to create visuals and videos and share them instantly. Something that Sunny also said. Yeah, I don't want to pretend that it's very simple, and yet it is accessible. It's there. One by one, we can move from one step to the other. So, storytelling, this is something that our teachers used to always write in our mass communication institute. They would always, every teacher chose some class or the other to come and write KISS on the board and then turn around just to see our expression and say, oh, is this going to be an interesting class? And they would say, keep it simple, stupid. So which is, you know, it's also something that schooling has taught us. You know, schooling has taught us to complicate things. When we have learned over years to write essays, हम हर class से जब अगली class में जाते हैं, तो we feel that we have to use bigger words, we have to use more complicated arguments, we have to write in ways that must not give away that even a class 5 child can understand what I'm saying. So instead of communicating more simply, we begin to communicate much more complicatedly. And yet when we come to a point where so much information and stories are coming at us, which are the ones that reach us, that touch us the most? The ones that are told in the most simple ways. Storytelling is joke telling. When there's a punchline, we remember it. When something makes us smile or laugh, we remember it. So when you tell a story, share the humor, share your joy, share your awe. And again, a lot of this has to be learnt again because schooling teaches us to not be in awe of things. तुम्हें ये भी नहीं पता? So then we start pretending कि नहीं मेरे को तो पता था. मेरे को तो पहले से मालूम था. No, I'm not so impressed because it's cool not to be impressed. Each one of us lives a unique story, and it's our responsibility to tell those stories. So when I came in the morning, this film that I'm going to show you now was at the end of my session, but I have decided now to put it in the middle so that we get an example of what is it that we are talking about. What are the kind of stories? It's the film, 3 minutes. Okay.
I remained in the queue. Excuse me. I was just standing.
Yeah, please share.
I'm Dr. Jitendra Singh Raghuvanshi. I did my 6.5 years degree from A&U Tibia College, Karol Bagh, University of Delhi. And thereafter, I applied in the JNU for PhD and in the community medicine. So, JNU में वो लोग चाहते नहीं थे कि कोई एंट्री जिस तरह की हो कि हमारे नेशनल जो चीज़ें जुड़ी हुई हैं इंडियन कल्चर के साथ वो कहीं प्रमोट हों. दे मेड देयर इंटरनल फाइल, उसमें उन्होंने रिकॉर्ड में लिखा कि ये डिग्री यूनिवर्सिटी की नहीं है. इस तरह की 2 घटनाएं हुई. इसके बाद उत्तर प्रदेश में भी कुछ ऐसा हुआ कि वहाँ भी उन्होंने मुझे एडमिशन नहीं दिया, सिंपली आयुर्वेदा के कॉलेज में एमडी में. और उन्होंने एक नया बहाना बनाया कि आपने जो हायर सेकेंडरी किया है, जो दिल्ली का बोर्ड है, आपने यूपी के बोर्ड से एक जो है क्वालिफिकेशन जो इंटरमीडिएट की होती है या उत्तर माध्यमा होता है वो नहीं किया है। फिर वहाँ पर मुझे एलएलबी में एडमिशन लेके मैंने लॉ किया लखनऊ यूनिवर्सिटी में। तो ये बहुत सारी चीज़ें थी। इस वजह से फिर बाद में एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बनाया, सेंटर फॉर रिसर्च इन आयुर्वेदा एंड सोशल मेडिसिन फॉर इंटरनेशनल ब्रदरहुड। उसमें हमने सारी जो यूनिवर्स का जो ओरिजिन है आयुर्वेद से कैसे हुआ, और मेडिसिन का जो साइंस है वो मेडिको-मीट्रिक सिस्टम है। अभी तक हमारे देश में लोगों को ये नहीं पता है कि आयुर्वेद की जो क्वालिफिकेशन है वो बड़ी क्वालिफिकेशन है, 6-7 साल की डिग्री होती है, ऐसा शायद लोग नहीं जानते हैं। तो फिर मेडिकल एजुकेशन
आपने इंस्टीट्यूट सेटअप किया जिसमें
जी हाँ, मैं मिजोरम तक जाके हमने काम किया। और क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट के अंदर ऐसे एलिमेंट्स हैं जो कि काम आप देख रहे हैं कि उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर लोगों ने NRHM जैसे प्रोजेक्ट में लोगों ने सुसाइड किया, गवर्नमेंट के लोगों ने। मध्य प्रदेश में प्रेशर डाला जाता है कि एनजीओ फ्री काम करे। एनजीओ वाला 5 रुपए का अगर कार्ड बनाते हैं तो पूरा पत्रकार और पूरे ग्रुप आ जाते हैं वहाँ शोर मचाने के लिए, लेकिन पूरे एमपी को हमने कवर किया।
तो अभी आप अपने काम के बारे में बताइए, आज आप क्या कर रहे हैं?
आज तो लोग इसमें जुड़ गए हैं, बिकॉज जो आपका जो व्हाट्सएप है, व्हाट्सएप से थोड़ी सी पहचान हुई और उन लोगों को एक नई जो नेशनल हेल्थ पॉलिसी पे हमने स्ट्रक्चरल वर्क गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया को भी दिया था, तो उस पे लोग ये महसूस कर रहे हैं कि हमारा देश है 1947 में आज़ाद हुआ है, तो उसको एक चेंज में लाने की हमें कोशिश करनी चाहिए। और उस रिपोर्ट को लेके और उन स्टोरीज को लेके जन जागरण करने के लिए करीब 500 लोग हमसे आज की तारीख में तैयार हैं कि हम लोग।
तो व्हाट्सएप आपका मेन सोशल मीडिया रहा
जी,
और उसके जरिए से आपने बहुत सारे लोगों को।
जी हाँ,
Thank you.
फेसबुक
Thank you
एंड
for sharing.
दिस बोथ।
थैंक यू, थैंक यू। Okay. We are out of time, is it? All right, so I'm going to go to the last slide and then show you the film. Storytelling breaks taboos. It's, what are we told? ज़्यादा कहानी मत डालो, अपनी कहानी सबको मत सुनाओ, लोगों का टाइम वेस्ट मत करो, you're not important. It's one of those messages that we grow up with. And whose story is it that we're always hearing? The story of celebrities. Whose story is it that is not reaching us so much? The story of everyday heroes. Yeah? There are other people in this country who are doing more valuable work than Ranveer Singh, Ranbir Kapoor, and yeah, it took me 3 times to get there because I don't spend so much time reading about him. But those are not the stories that travel to us as easily. Yeah? So when we tell our story, we are breaking a taboo. We are sharing vulnerabilities. We are told कि अपनी कमी कभी किसी को मत बताओ, वो सोचेगा तुम नहीं कर पाओगे। लेकिन हम जब बताते हैं तो हमें सपोर्ट मिलता है। Let your inhibitions collapse. Say what you have been told that you must never say in public. लोगों के सामने कभी मत कहना कि हमें बड़ी मुश्किल हुई थी या हमारे फाइनेंशियल ट्रबल्स थे। लेकिन जब हम बताने लगते हैं तो हमें सपोर्ट मिलता है। This is also our way to resist structures that exploit the weak and take away their voice. Yeah? Share your story. In a way, do anti-marketing. Instead of saying कि हमारे यहाँ तो बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है, जब नहीं चल रहा है, share what is your honest story and you will find that it takes you much further. The kind of work that all of you have chosen in your life is a threat to existing structures because you've all made some choice which is which is not run of the mill, which is breaking some or the other kind of social or cultural wall. We face defeat regularly. We face many roadblocks and failure. We cannot do it alone. Social media is also a safety net, a support network, and we must allow it to enable us to tell our stories so that we can connect to more people who do work that is similar to us, or people who might want to support our work, like a lot of you have shared. And now I'm going to break a taboo which is my personal taboo, which is never show your own work. So this is a 4-minute film.
दादाजी आप अंजलि के स्कूल क्यों नहीं भेजते?
अरे इसकी एक छोट बहनी है तो वही रखेंगे, बस चैत का महीना है
तो आप बच्ची को रख लीजिए ना।
मुँह से राहत नहीं आ हुआ।
शुरू में आते हो तो सजी हमें लिस्ट देते हैं बनाकर कि जो कौन बच्चा स्कूल नहीं आया कौन नहीं, तो हम उनको लेने जाते हैं। बाल पंचायत के सभी सदस्य जाते हैं आपका मन है पढ़ने के लिए तो आप स्कूल जाया करो। दादा उनको समझाया करो कि दादा हमें स्कूल जाना नहीं, बेटे को नहीं खिलाना है, जाओगे स्कूल? आप खुद समझते हैं इतने बड़े हैं, आप बच्ची की आदत डालिए अपने रहने की।
जा बेटा, जा, लगा।
अत्याचार मीन्स ज्यादती करना। जो जायज है कानूनी है उसको तो छोड़िए, उससे हट करके जैसे हमारे यहाँ नहीं कि आपको बहुत जोर से मारे या आपको मार झाप करके भगा दे क्लास के बाद ये करें, तो ये ज्यादा गैर कानूनी हुआ। गैर कानूनी हुआ ना, यही अंग्रेजों ने गैर कानूनी करना शुरू कर दिया।
किसी भी चीज़ का फॉलोअप नहीं होगा तो मैं नहीं समझता वो सही हो सकता है। तो जब से समर्थ आया तब से ये हुआ कि समर्थ के कार्यकर्ता बराबर देखते रहते हैं। तो 24 गांव पे 30 विद्यालयों पे काम हो रहा है।
राज्य परियोजना निदेशक का लेटर है, उन्होंने भेजा हमारे लिए विशेष रूप से। उपयुक्त विषयक मुख्य सचिव उत्तर प्रदेश शासन के पत्रांक स्कूल चलो अभियान।
तो हम लोगों को ये करना है कि 6 से 14 वर्ष तक के बच्चों को स्कूल में नामांकित कराना है।
बाल पंचायत की मैं कह रही हूँ कि खिड़की लगवाइए और पंखे भी लगवाइए। नल हमारा बिगड़ गया था तो पानी जैसे बोर इधर बोर हैं 2-3 तो अभी चालू हैं, तो वो पानी सारा खींच लेते थे, तो कभी आता था कभी नहीं। फिर हमने एप्लीकेशन दिया प्रधान जी को, तो उन्होंने नल की व्यवस्था की और सुधरा दिया।
और बनना क्या है बड़े होकर?
हम फौजी बनेंगे। हम फौजी बनेंगे। हम डॉक्टर बने थे। मैडम जी हम अध्यापक। मैम हमको पता ही नहीं है कि मैम पता नहीं है कि हमें बड़े होकर क्या बनना है क्या नहीं। अभी तो हम इतने छोटे छोटे हैं, बड़े होकर हम समझेंगे कि जब जितनी पढ़ाई करेंगे उतना ही हम दिमाग में आएगा कि हम ये बनेंगे वो बनेंगे। हमारे क्या क्या अधिकार है? जीवन जीने का अधिकार, सुरक्षा का अधिकार, विकास का अधिकार, सहभागिता का अधिकार।
Yeah, so I'll just say a few words in the end. So good storytelling gives a voice to yourself so that you are able to express your own story, and good storytelling gives a voice to the voiceless. People we would not have thought had a story worth telling. Thank you.